Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Music Mondays podcast. I'm your host, Tom Slays. Welcome on in, my friends. Happy Monday. Hope you're well. Hope you're chilling. Hope you had a fine weekend. Hope we're all vibing, man. Hope we're all good. Hope we're all chilling. Um, yeah, this is episode 281 of the Music Mondays podcast, and like I said, hope you're well. Hope you're chilling. This is actually the season 14 premiere of the Music Mondays podcast, which is pretty lit. As you guys know, we do 10 episodes per season. So every season we like to break things down by about like 10 episodes or so, right? So, yeah, this is the season 14 premiere and the first episode in season 14. And like I always say, man, we're climbing up there in the fucking numbers for sure. Episode 281 is crazy. You know what I mean? Like absolutely fucking crazy. So, yeah, we're like what? I think like 19 or so away from 300 episodes, which is like super gnarly. You know what I mean? Like really fucking gnarly. So, yeah, let's get into it, my friends. Let's get into it. So you guys know the drill. We're gonna talk about some weekly recap jazz. We're gonna talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. We're gonna talk recruiting. We're gonna talk SoundCloud exclusives, and then we're gonna dive into some reactions and reviews. You guys know the deal. So, per usual, let's go over some weekly recap stuff. As I always say, Music Mondays basic logo t-shirts are available and in stock right now. We still have smalls, mediums, and larges. So if you'd like to purchase one of those, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. $20 flat, including shipping. Obviously, exclusive to the United States, so you guys don't get absolutely fucking destroyed on shipping costs, right? So again, if you would like to purchase one of those, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email, per usual. Um, Outside of that, heading into every single Tuesday, because obviously we're live here on Monday. Heading into Tuesday, submissions do go live every single Tuesday for the following week's Music Mondays podcast. So if you'd like to submit for episode 282, submissions will be live tomorrow, June 16th, 2026. So again, make sure you follow us on socials and stay up to date with all that good jazz. And then, of course, sliding deeper into Tuesday, we do have the full unedited high quality version of the Music Mondays podcast that does go live on the Music Mondays Patreon every single Tuesday following a live show. So if you want to go clip it, you want to go record it or anything like that, that's completely fine. So definitely go check that out. And huge shout out to all the Music Mondays Patreons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you. So that was Tuesday. Heading into Wednesday, SoundCloud Sunday submissions do open every single Wednesday. So again, make sure you follow us and stay up to date with all of our latest playlists and the podcast submissions and all that good jazz. So if you're interested in SoundCloud Sunday, submissions do open every single Wednesday. Then, of course, diving a little bit deeper into a Wednesday, we always have some audio podcast promo hosted on the Music Mondays social media channels. So again, just make sure you're prepped for the following day and the audio version of the podcast to drop every single Thursday. Let's see here. So that was Wednesday. Heading into Thursday. Actually, we had a pretty packed Thursday looking back on it. The season 13 finale is available on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So again, definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. Huge shout out to everybody that did submit to episode 280. You guys are fucking wonderful. But we did have a little bit of a segment where I talk about the season 13 finale. Really the Music Mondays podcast in general, right? So that was a pretty cool segment where I just kind of like look back on things and kind of realize that we're only like 20 episodes away from fucking 300, which is crazy. So yeah, so if you want to go check out that segment, that is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love. And of course, heading deeper into a little bit of Thursday, episode 281 is available right now on all audio platforms. So again, if you missed episode 281 and you want to go show that some love, go check it out. That is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that good jazz. So definitely go check that out and go show that some love, my friends. So again, pretty stacked Thursday for sure. Definitely a stacked Thursday. And then heading into Friday, November 2025, Patreon appreciation is live on all of our social media. So huge shout out to all the Music Mondays Patrons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. We're always trying to show you guys some love and make sure that we really hook you guys up with everything that you need, right? So, huge shout out to all the Music Mondays Patrons, past and present. You guys are fucking wonderful. And the November 2025 appreciation is available right now on all social media. we should be catching up to those relatively quickly, right? Because it's only June, so we only have a few more of those to get out as to where we're kind of like up to up to pace with those for sure. But again, huge shout out to all the Music Mondays Patreons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. So, heading deeper into Friday, brand new article is live right now on the Music Mondays homepage by me, actually. So definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. That was actually a summer update. So again, definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. And if you haven't seen it or checked it out, it's really just basically kind of breaking down what's coming in the summer and really what we have planned for like July, August-ish, right? So huge shout out to anybody that tuned in and showed that some love. You guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you. So that was Friday. Heading into Saturday, episode 280 of the Music Mondays podcast is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So again, if you like the YouTube version, you want to go screen record it, download it, or anything like that, that is available right now on the Music Mondays YouTube channel. So definitely go check that out. Go show that some love. And that was Saturday. Heading into Sunday, SoundCloud Sunday, volume 243 is available right now on the Music Mondays SoundCloud. So definitely go check that out. Go show out some love. That was curated by me. That was, I believe, yeah, the cover art was done by me this week. Usually it's either me or 60, but the cover art is done by me and it was curated by me as well. So definitely go check that out. Go show SoundCloud Sunday some love. Again, per usual, man, SoundCloud Sunday's been killing it recently, and like I always say, it's always like 50-50, right? Like, there's like good weeks, there's sort of like slower weeks and things like that, but SoundCloud Sunday always kind of like, comes through when it really like needs to, for sure. So, huge shout out to anybody that did submit and tune in to SoundCloud Sunday, volume 243. You guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you. And again, if you want to submit for SoundCloud Sunday, submission do open every single Wednesday, so keep that in mind. But that was Sunday. That takes us into today, June 15th, 2026. Episode 281 of the Music Mondays podcast, man. I hope you're well, I hope you're chilling, I hope you're vibing. That was your weekly recap. That's pretty much everything crazy that you need to know here at Music Mondays, as far as anything you missed, right? But next, we're going to talk about what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next week or so. So let's definitely dive into that. Again, I've been working closely with the staff as far as the next few summer events go, for sure. So that's been a big topic of discussion for us, 100%. You know, kind of getting that ready and making sure that everybody kind of like has their dates and, you know, their schedules not booked when it comes down to Cyberfest 3, right? Because Cyberfest 3 is our next summer event. So as soon as all of that gets settled as far as dates go, we'll be able to give you guys a little bit more information for sure. But kind of working the back end on that stuff. And then, of course, a few more maintenance things that we have to get out right as far as the website goes, social media goes, and things like that. So there's a few more things, right? Like I want to get a few more merch posts out. I want to get the website update out and things like that. So a few more kind of like just cleanup stuff in the background that really has to get done. But outside of that, we're mostly focusing on Cyberfest 3 for sure. So just keep that in mind. And again, I'll be updating you guys weekly here on the show. So make sure you tune in every single Monday, or make sure you watch back the rebroadcast for sure. But outside of that, your monthly and weekly content will be staying the same. So as far as like your playlist goes, the podcast, articles every Friday, things like that, all that will be staying the same. So nothing's changing there. But yeah, we're kind of cranking away towards Cyberfest 3, and really that's like the only major thing that we're focusing on. And then I think more towards like fall and like the winter, we really want to get like another album in for sure. I think another album is going to be like due definitely for sure. So a few other things like kind of on the bracket, but as far as that goes, that's pretty much everything like super major, right? So that's what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of the next couple weeks. So we did recap stuff, we did what's coming. Let's talk recruiting. So per usual, Music Mondays is recruiting. We are on the hunt for all of our staff roles. So again, if you're a writer, journalist, curator, designer, you want to do short form, long form, or any type of content for Music Mondays, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to have that conversation with you. Again, resume preferred, but not required, right? If you're kind of new to the underground independent media space and you kind of want to learn and get your feet wet, we'll be happy to kind of help you with that too, right? So again, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to have that conversation with you, my friends. And again, Music Mondays is recruiting. So, um, let's see. Outside of that, let's talk. So we did what's coming on Music Mondays over the course of next week. We did um recap stuff. We did recruiting. Let's talk exclusives. So, let's dive into that. So, you guys know the drill. Music Mondays is on the hunt for unreleased SoundCloud tracks. So if you have a track that you like to have hosted and promoted on the Music Mondays SoundCloud for completely free, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. We'd be happy to get that hosted for you. Again, we're only interested in unreleased material, so feel free to do whatever you want with the track afterwards. If you feel like you want to go put it on streaming or anything like that, that's completely fine. But again, we're only interested in the unreleased SoundCloud version. And of course, same goes for YouTube as well. If you want some audio or a music video or a lyric video or anything hosted on the Music Mondays YouTube channel of almost 350 subscribers, definitely let us know. Send us a message, send us a DM, send us an email. Again, for completely free. So if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. We'd be happy to kind of get some stuff hosted up for you guys, right? You know, the amount of people that we've hosted stuff for on SoundCloud and YouTube has been fucking stellar over the last like year or so, right? Like we've dropped some fucking bangers. For sure we've dropped some fucking bangers. So huge shout out to everybody that has let us host something on the Music Mondays SoundCloud and the Music Mondays YouTube channel. But outside of that, let's dive into some jazz here, my friends. You guys know the drill. We got Cadella. Welcome on in. My distro doesn't let us do that and then release it. It causes issues. Yeah, sometimes with the content ID. Yep. Usually, like when it comes down to that sort of stuff, the whitelist will kind of help when it comes to certain distros, right? But it just depends. But you're absolutely right for sure. So yeah, we have a few discussion segments that I kind of want to go through over the next couple of weeks. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about as far as like certain topics and things that we really got to dive into. And a lot of sort of kind of touchy topics, right? That we'll kind of be diving into over the course of the next couple of weeks. So definitely expect a few discussion segments for sure. But let's go hop over to Twitter. You guys know the drill. Let's dive into it. So submissions are always in the same format, and they always read. Artists and creatives. Submissions are open for live reviews of Music Mondays live on June 15th, 2026 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/onplays, which is here and now. The only thing that changes about this format is the date, so make sure that you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet, right? You guys would be surprised at how many submissions we do get for shows that either have already happened or, are years, months old, things like that. So make sure that you're submitting for a show that hasn't happened yet, per usual. But if you'd like to submit your music, artwork, fashion, or digital creation, drop your links and portfolios below. All art forms are welcome. So, contrary to our name, Music Mondays, we've reacted to pretty much everything here on the show, whether it be music, instrumentals, vocals, acoustic covers, remixes, unreleased stuff, merchandise, photography, videography, all that good jazz. We've reacted to pretty much everything here on the show. So if you're an underground independent creative and you feel like you deserve some spotlight here on Music Mondays, definitely feel free to drop your links and portfolios below, per usual. But outside of that, we do have a 3-hour show limit, so keep that in mind. Again, one could argue that a 3-hour show limit is definitely a little bit, still could be a little bit long, right? But definitely one of those things where like it's not as long as some of our earlier shows, right? So some of our earlier shows back in like 2023 used to be like 5 to 6 hours, right? So keep that in mind. We do like to keep the show a little bit more palatable, so again, we do have a 3-hour show limit. Outside of that, submissions are free. They always have been free, and they always will be free. But the only thing that we do ask is that you're following Music Mondays on Twitter before you do submit. Per usual, that not only helps spread our message and help grow our platform, right? But then you pay respect to everybody else that does wait for all their submissions to be reacted to every single week here on the show. So keep that in mind. Outside of that, Patreon subscribers' submissions are played first every single week here on the show. So if you're subscribed to the Music Mondays Patreon at any tier, whether that be basic, advanced, or premium, you gain access to a whole bunch of goodies over there on the Music Mondays Patreon, but also you gain access to what's called the Music Mondays Fast Pass. So again, for the duration that you're pledged to the Music Mondays Patreon, that allows for all of your submissions to be played first every single week here on the show. So not only does that give you kind of an advantage when you get played first, but also when people go and watch the show back, you're one of the first submissions that people see. But also at the same time, that guarantees that your submission gets played, right? Because sometimes we have, upwards of like 20 submissions, and there's no way that you could fit like 20 actual breakdowns in kind of one show, right? So that also guarantees that your submissions do get played every single week. So huge shout out to all the Music Money's Patreons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful individuals. Thank you. Let's see here. I don't think anything else crazy outside of that. The one other thing that we do gotta mention is submissions do close about a couple hours before the show starts. So keep that in mind. You have like 6.5 or so days to get your submissions in, right? So definitely plenty of time, but a good rule of thumb is that if the show is live, submissions are definitely closed. So that way we get a little bit of a head count, see what the show looks like, but also somebody doesn't like slide in a late submission and kind of mess up the organic order, and somebody was waiting for their submission to get played, and then somebody comes through late and they cut them off and things like that. So again, we do close submissions when the show goes live, so keep that in mind. But outside of that, nothing else super crazy. If you want any more information on the Music Money's podcast when it comes down to Music Buddies in general, how we started the podcast, why we take submissions on Twitter and things like that, we do have a how to submit to the Music Mondays podcast guide on our YouTube channel that just got updated for 2026. So definitely go check that out if you want any more deeper information on Music Mondays. Yeah, baby. So outside of that, let's see how many Patreons we do have tonight, and let's go through the rest of the community submissions and all that good jazz. Let's get into it. Scammer Images is funny. Scammer Images is funny, my friend. Very, very funny. So let's see. Let's dive in. All right. I believe we have quite a few Patreons tonight, actually. We have Candela Brum, of course, so we're going to kick off with them. And then we have, let's see, we have TDG, so that's 2 Patrons. We have Jordan, that's 3. We have the homie Ghost, that's 4. 4 Patrons showing out tonight, man. 4 fucking Patrons showing out tonight. I am down. I'm absolutely down, for sure. All right, so just like the last few weeks, we're going to kick off with Candela Brum, a multi-genre talented artist, came through with a track titled Deadly Words. And quite the caption here. Deadly Words is the 3rd song from the album Overstimulated. It is closely linked to the previous track, Virtual, which are both about, yeah, okay, yeah. I hope it encouraged you to think before speaking. I know it did for me. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure, definitely. Hopefully I got to the right place this time. Yeah, no, you're mint. Yeah, for sure. Always drop your links right here, for sure, 100%. So that way we never miss it, right? Because sometimes people quote tweet, sometimes people use my tweet, things like that. But make sure that you're dropping your tweets right here. But no, you're completely fine. Absolutely. So let's pop this open in a new tab, and let's see what we got here. So everything that we've heard from Candela Man has been fucking insane, truthfully. I think we're probably 3-4 tracks deep. And everything has been stellar. You know what I mean? Like, everything has been really, really fucking stellar. Just like over the top, really. But we do have some lyrics here, and this is from Overstimulated, and this is what? Track 3. So we haven't done settings, but we did track 2, and now we're doing track 3. Okay. Like I said, we have some lyrics here as well, so we're going to dive into these. But let's get into it. Candela Brum, Deadly Words, let's go. Wow.
Getting rid of the anger really helps. We speak retorts without much thought, hoping for the reaction we sought. As I slay them with my
Holy
deadly
shit.
words, polite or not, the meaning's clearly heard. The tongue is a lethal weapon that maims, cutting deep, a sharpened blade. Just an expression, but still a curse, spewing death from those deadly words.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Self-control is underrated. In today's world, it seems so dated. Clever replies lead
Jesus
the
Christ.
way. People shattered by what we say. Words can kill your mood, tear you down, break your heart. Use your words to build people up instead of tearing them apart. We can kill with those deadly words, polite or not, the meaning's clearly heard. The tongue is a lethal weapon that maims, cutting deep, a sharpened blade. I now understand the wounds incurred simply from those deadly words.
Wow. Holy shit. Wow. Stunning as always. You know what I mean? Like Candelabrum really comes through with these like high emotion tracks. Like even last week's track with the um raising awareness for an important cause, or whether it be something like this where it's more of a more like intimate track, right? They always kill it. They always fucking kill it. Ghost coming through with a prime for 17 months. Thank you so much, King. Welcome back to the fucking squad and family. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. 17 months is crazy too. 17 fucking months. I appreciate you, King. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is tough. I agree. I agree. This is definitely crazy. So yeah, couple of things to talk about here, man. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So again, this is track 3 off of Overstimulated. So we're gonna talk about 3 things here, per usual. We're talking about the instrumental. We're talking about vocals. And we're talking about the overall theme of Deadly Words. Pretty good theme here, but we'll break it down in a few minutes for sure. But instrumental. Jesus, the instrumental, man. I mean, what can you say about it, right? Like, it's one of those instrumentals that's almost like near perfect, right? The mix is great. It's a perfect like what kind of mood for a track like this for sure. But truthfully, no gripes. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have a super deep dive into Candelabrum. We've had again like a limited amount of exposure, right? A couple different styles, but I'd say only like what 3 to 4 tracks, maybe 5 tracks at best. So one thing about this track that I do like that really like connects all the others is the consistency, right? It's very consistent. And that leads me into the mix, right? Like I said, the mix, nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Levels are great. Nothing I would really switch up again for a style like this, right? A style where there's so much going on. It's active. It's high octane. It's high energy. Nothing I would like truthfully switch up here. Definitely not, for sure. Because again, vocals mix well. Sound selection is great. Nothing that I would like really tweak out about. You know what I mean? So instrumental mix is great. Let's talk instrumental shining star though. So like I said, there's a lot going on here, and there's a lot that you could isolate and really talk about. You know what I mean? There really is. But um, I think structure kind of takes it for me. Like especially like the breakdown in the middle, right? I think there's like a 60-second breakdown in the middle that's like really fucking sweet. So, um, yeah, I think truthfully, I think the structure is gonna take the cake for me. Because like I said, you could really like isolate anything here, and it'd be like a valid debate. But I think structure kind of takes the cake for sure. So, instrumental solid, definitely structure. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix. Again, much like with all of Candelabrum's songs, their vocals are like fantastic. You know what I mean? I've never really had a gripe with any of them, especially when it comes down to, you know, when they want to switch styles or do something different. Nothing that really like kind of like bugs me out. You know what I mean? Especially like mix and levels wise though. Like nothing that I would like really tweak out about. Yeah, quality's good, levels are good, nothing super clashy or too overbearing. Drums cut through nicely. Vocals definitely sit nice on the mix too. So nothing vocal wise that I would switch up, especially like for this style. Um, yeah, definitely no gripes for sure. Um, vocal shining star though. Um, I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking about when we were all listening to this. I was thinking about how the shining star was gonna look, right? And at first, I think the writing was up there for me, definitely. I think the writing is great, but there was a few times, um, throughout the whole song, really, that I really enjoyed the flow and cadence and delivery. You know what I mean? Like really, really enjoyed it. So I think for me personally, I think the flow and cadence and delivery of this was fantastic. So that's definitely gonna take the cake for me for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely structure, vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics. For a project called Overstimulated, right? I mean, pretty pretty standard. Like this is definitely like an image of like being overstimulated, right? I definitely feel like we've all been here one day or another in life, right? So um aesthetics definitely fit the theme here for sure, especially for, I think what we've done two tracks off this project so far, I think, or unless we've done maybe we've done another one of these, but I think we've done only two. But regardless, the aesthetics definitely fit like the theme here. You know what I mean? Definitely fit the theme for sure. So, um, project worthy, definitely for sure. So aesthetics on point. Simple, straight to the point, right? Overall theme though, this is important here for sure, and this is one of those themes where I feel like Candelabrum really um kind of explained it um more better than we ever could. And we did control. You're right. You're right. We did control. You're absolutely right, my friend. You're absolutely right. Um, so their caption, just to reference back to this, right? Deadly Words is the third song from the album Overstimulated. It's closely linked to the previous track, Virtual, which are about how we respond to others. I hope it encouraged you to think first before speaking. I know it did for me. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I don't want to make this like a long-winded kind of topic here, but it is a good topic. Deadly Words, right? It's one of those things where in life, um, sometimes you say shit without thinking, right? And it's always like that cliche, like, oh, think before you speak, for sure, absolutely. Um, but sometimes when you catch yourself not doing that, and you say some shit without thinking, or you just say some shit off the hip, and sometimes like as soon as you say it, you know what you said is fucked up, right? You know what you said is like, ah, I shouldn't have said that, or like you catch your tongue there for a second, and that's a good lesson to learn. The earlier the better, right? Because there's definitely been responses that I've had, and I'm sure all you guys definitely fucking agree with me here. Sometimes you say some shit in your head, and you're like, damn, I'm glad I didn't say that, or damn, like, I should rephrase this in a way where it's not so like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you catch yourself doing that. So, um, really a valuable lesson in life there, to be honest with you. In all aspects of life, right? Not just relationships or anything like that. Just even a stranger on the street, right? Like sometimes you just gotta watch your tongue sometimes. And even though you might think it in your head, like you could think some fucking crazy shit in your head, but don't fucking say it. You know what I mean? Don't, think of people's feelings first is really like the big point here. You know what I mean? Like think about if somebody were to say some crazy shit to you, right? Like, and you're like, I can't believe this person just said that to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, yeah. I totally agree with this theme 100%. And it's one of those things that, um, like I said, the earlier the better, right? Like the earlier you sort of like learn this aspect of life, the much better of a time you'll have, I will say, for sure. So, well done. Great theme. Love it. Huge shout out to Candela Brown. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way, and make sure you go follow them on Twitter as well. They're only 7 followers away from 110. They're climbing up there, so make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. So make sure you go subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. I think we're only like 5 subs away from 150, so make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love. We do upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. I appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Well done. The problem is we get used to talking that way. Yeah, right. 100%. 100% for sure. Yeah. That's a long-winded topic for sure, but it depends on the context too, right? Like cuz like there's like unspoken relationships as to where like you could talk to somebody in a certain way and they'd be cool with it because they know who you are, right? But also at times like you just can't used to being like really at the end of the day you just don't want to spit venom at people, you know what I mean? Like don't spit such negativity or just like don't like you always want to think before you speak, but also like just because like if you're trying to make a point you don't want to make a point in like the wrong aspect, right? Because like some people will kind of jump the gun and have a good point, but because of the way that they said it or how they approach people, the point gets lost in translation, right? So there's so many like different types of context for that topic that I think it's definitely long-winded, but I do like it a lot. You know what I mean? For sure. I definitely think that's one of those ones where like it requires like a real good like long conversation, for sure. 100%. So that's why it's like a deeper kind of theme, definitely. But per usual, well done, my friend. Well done. So our second patron of the night is the homie TDG, aka Till the Grave, a wonderfully talented hip hop artist and producer. Came through with a track on SoundCloud, actually. Brought and mixed by me, Time Between Space and Reality. So, again, TDG, man, has been fucking killing it. I say it every week here on the show, and I need all of you guys to know this for sure, just because there's new viewers every week and things like that. TDG has had a stellar 2026, right? We're 6 months into the year, and their singles, their collabs, their visuals, their mixing, their everything is just like leveled up. Like TDG is one of these artists that comes here on Music Mondays, and you can just tell that they really, really care about their art for sure. So let's see what we got here from TDG on SoundCloud. Probably some unreleased. Let's find out. Let's see here. So actually, no, 4 days ago, brand spanking new with a little Trap House Charlie feature. I'm down. I'm definitely down. We've reacted to probably like 2 or 3 Trap House Charlie features from TDG. You know what I mean? So this will be sick. I'm down. This will be sick. You're very welcome, Kendall. You're very welcome. TDG goes crazy. I agree. And we got TDG in the chat. Welcome on in, my friend. Happy Monday. Hope you're well. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Twilight Zone featuring Trap House Charlie by TDG. Get it, baby.
I've been working
love the drums. The drums for sure. Damn, dude. All right. You know, there's a lot of things I like about this track, right? But one thing that I did notice is like it kind of proved that like Trap House Charlie and TDG can really like expand their sound and like their kind of like a collaboration effort, right? Because this is one of the more like obscure kind of instrumentals, and like I feel like they both did really well on it. You know what I mean? Like really, really well. Bass drum is yeah, I agree. I agree, my friend. I agree for sure. I agree. Um, so a few things to talk about here. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. So we're talking about three things here. We're talking about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of the Twilight Zone. Great name choice. Just because it does feel like very mysterious, right? It does have that good like um sci-fi s sort of feel, right? But let's talk instrumentals. So first off, instrumental mix fantastic, right? And I always say this with every TDG submission, but again, this is just for the new viewers, right? TDG's mix, regardless, that's one thing that you can always count on, right? Is a fantastic instrumental mix. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing, or anything that I would like really tweak out about here either. You know, throughout all of the reactions that we've done with TDG, not one time have I questioned the instrumental mix. You know what I mean? Much like Ghost and all the others in the Music Mondays community, talented production is one thing that you can always count on for sure, 100%. So instrumental mix, no gripes, definitely not. Quality was good, levels are good. Nothing I would like tweak out about. Um, instrumental shining star though, like I said, the drums. The drums. I realized this like 60 seconds into the track, the fucking drums for sure. Although I do love the melody and how it kind of like sets the tone. The drums are fantastic. I love the pattern. Sound selection is great. So yeah, I'm going with drums here for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Thank you. No, you're very welcome, my friend. Of course, of course. Very mysterious stuff. Yeah, no, definitely. It does have that good like Twilight Zone sci-fi 3 AM kind of feel, right? For sure. Um so yeah, like I said, instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, I feel like it's very very appropriate for like what this is, right? Quality was good, levels are good, nothing I would tweak about there. But it does have a little bit more of like a gritty style, right? It definitely has a little bit more of like a gritty style. But nothing that really affects the quality though that I would like tweak out about. Like I said, quality is good, levels are good, nothing super clashy, too overbearing. Drums definitely cut through nicely. Vocals blend well with the instrumentals, so not really anything again that I could like really super bitch about, right? You know what I mean? So the vocal mix is definitely up there for me. Vocal shining star. Mm, I'm kind of torn between the writing and lyrics, right? Because I do love the writing and lyrics. But the flow and cadence and delivery again was just like fucking up there for me. I think flow and cadence and delivery, and especially how TDG comes in and Trap House Charlie just kind of like smooths the fucking path for this man. Like I think flow and cadence and delivery is probably gonna take the cake for me. From both of these two for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Song's called Twilight Zone, and you have the Twilight Zone font here on the cover, and then of course TDG and Trap House Charlie. Fantastic. I've been loving TDG's covers recently, especially for some of their singles, right? Like they've just been fucking nailing the theme for sure. Simple, straight to the point, spooky, mysterious. Has a good like gritty VHS analog sort of vibe, right? which I really like, and then the kind of a rare parental advisory that you actually don't see a lot of people use. So I like that one. But yeah, aesthetics definitely on point, especially for a single, right? Um, Overall theme, the Twilight Zone, again, not really one that I would like super tweak about a theme about. You know what I mean? Like this is one where TDG and Trap House Charlie just kind of show off what they can do as artists, especially when it comes down to their writing and lyrics, and really how they kind of like show themselves off, right? So I wouldn't dig super deep for a theme here, but it's definitely one where you have to appreciate TDG and Trap House Charlie on this, and it kind of shows like how their collaborations can kind of like further in the future, right? So I can see them doing some crazy shit. But well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to TDG. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud, by the way. They're approaching 1.1K over there on the cloud. And of course, make sure you go follow TDG on Twitter as well. They're only 5 followers away from 170. So make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We do upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. I appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Yeah, baby. Yeah, no, for sure. I was super locked in making this. Yeah, no, you could tell. It came out great. I love the final product for sure. Let's see, Ghost, you had mentioned that you have a new submission in here. I'm down for sure. Absolutely. Oh yeah, okay. I believe you're next anyway, so let's dive in here for sure. So we left off with TDG. Yeah, Ghost is definitely up next. So Ghost wanted the new one here. Is that the wrong one? That was like yeah, no, of course, Ghost. No problem, homie. I got you. So again, Ghost, a multi-genre talented producer, came through with an unreleased instrumental, co-prod Shazzy. And again, another artist and producer that has just fucking been stellar in 2026. You know what I mean? Like really stellar. They're unreleased, their collabs, their solo instrumentals, the stuff for all of Laveri shit, right? Like Ghost has just been all over the place and really killing it. So I have no doubt that this will fall in line for sure, but let's pop this open a new tab. Let's see what we got here, my friends. So, let's see here. I'm down. Holy shit, Harco Music in the chat. I used to be... Yeah, of course. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Welcome. Hope shit's been well for you, my friend. Harco is Music Monday's veteran, man. I think the last time we reacted to Harco was... Christ. Man, had to be in like 2023, right? Maybe like 2024. Huge shout out to Harco, bro. For sure. At least he posted the correct spot. Shout out Can't Tell, bro, man. If he said he wanted some show, yeah, no, for sure. You guys are comedy, man. But you know the drill. Let's get into this unreleased Ghost, co-prod Shazzy. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, I love that. Wow. Literally. Rare tag at the end. Rare tag at the end. Okay, rare tag at the end. I love this one, man. This is one of those ones that really shows off what Ghost can do as a producer, right? Like, this is just one of those ones where you just remember it for sure. And I'm glad, Harko. I hope you're well. I'm glad. I'm glad. Shout out to you, man. For sure. Yeah, I agree, Ghost. I agree. Really trying to make every beat unique as fuck. And in my book, you definitely accomplished that for sure. 100%. 100%. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I agree. Ghost is like really up there for me, for sure. Um, but yeah, lots to talk about here. So let's break this down and let's talk about it. So obviously no vocals yet. We're gonna talk about two things. Talk about the instrumental. Talk about the overall theme of this unreleased Ghost track, Copra Shazzy. So instrumental mix again, even for unreleased, fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? Like the instrumental mix is very much on point. Much like TDG and the rest of the Music Mondays community. Ghost is one of those very, very consistent producers that like no matter what, it's very rare that you'll find a Ghost mix that's kind of off-putting, right? And this one kind of falls in line with that. So no gripes on the vocal mix, definitely not. Nothing like super clashy, too overbearing, or anything that I'm like really tweak out about, right? Yeah, even the sound selection, fantastic. And for how active this instrumental is, right? I think Ghost did a really, really fucking good job with the final product of this, 100%. Because sometimes they can, instrumentals like this can get like sketchy, and sometimes like certain sounds mess with other shit, and sometimes you can't really get a mix the way you want it to be. You know what I mean? So, this definitely strikes me as one of those instrumentals that like could be really easy to mix or like really, really fucking hard, right? Um, so yeah, instrumental mix fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star. Um, hmm. You know, the first thing that comes to mind, right, is probably structure, I would say, right? But truthfully, I think the drums kind of take the cake here for me. Like my gut says structure, but I think the drums and the drum patterns and the sound selection just smoke for me. You know what I mean? Definitely the drums, 100% for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. I'm gonna have to make a real bad mix and be for fun of it. Yeah, no, and then we have to react to it, right? Like, don't even say anything about it. Just like slide it in and just like catch me off guard and not say anything, and just see what my reaction is. That would be hilarious. Um, but yeah, so instrumental Shining Star, definitely the drums for sure. Overall theme, obviously no aesthetics yet. But this one definitely brings a good like villain sort of like get up and go. I could see this as a very like motivational kind of track, right? It definitely has that get up and go. Um, just really like killer sort of like it just makes you want to move. You know what I mean? Like it just really makes you want to move. So I think Ghost really nailed that sort of vibe when it comes down to like a good like motivational um just makes you want to move kind of instrumental, right? You know what I mean? So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to Homie Ghost. Thank you so much for the submission, my friend. Much love. By the way, make sure you go follow Ghost on Twitter as well. They're only 8 followers away from 520, so make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. Yeah, no, for sure, Ghost. I'm so excited for the project. And just slide it in one time? Yeah, no, definitely. Just like not even say anything about it. Just fucking do it in like a month or something, For sure. Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, my friend. I appreciate you. And thank you for your submissions, my friend. But so we left off with the homie Ghost. Let's see. I believe this is our last patron of the night, man. The homie Jordan. Now, another artist. And everybody here has just been killing it in fucking 2026. Like I can't speak highly enough of all you guys, man. But again, Jordan, another artist, man, coming off their project titled Risk in March, and their recent project with their collaboration crew Dead Lighters. Man, Jordan has just been fucking cooking. Like literally cooking, man. But this week Jordan came through with a track titled Monday, which is very fitting, actually. I saw that track last week and I was like, dude, I hope Jordan fucking submits that. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, I hope he submits that. And very fitting for Monday and for the Music Mondays podcast, right? But speak of the devil, this is actually off of their recent project with Deadlighters, Poetry of the Lesser Gods 2. And this is track what? Oh wow, this is the last track on the project this Monday. Wow. Excuse me. I had to get a sneeze in there. But yeah, last track on the project. You know, like last tracks always kind of tweak me out, right? Because they can either be like an outro sort of type or X, Y, or Z, right? So I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Let's see what the vibes are here. So, Deadlighters, for those of you who don't know, Jordan has a duo project titled Deadlighters with the homie Michael Manego. So, they put out their recent project, Poetry of the Lesser Gods 2. So let's go see what the last track is looking like. I'm down. Let's see. A very summer vibe here. I love this one actually. So good. No way. What a crazy outro. Wow. So fitting, right? For the last track on a project to have an outro like that, right? Well done. This was fucking fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. Probably one of my favorites on the project so far that we've reacted to here on the show. Um, Obviously I've heard the whole project, right? But actually getting to break it down is another thing, and that's very different. Um, so let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. Obviously no vocals. We're gonna talk about two things here. Talk about the instrumental. Talk about the overall theme of Monday. Um, which it does have a good Monday theme. You know what I mean? Like it really does. A very unique, a great vibe. I agree. I agree, my friend. I completely agree. Um, so yeah, let's talk instrumental. Instrumental makes right off the bat, fucking fantastic. I mean, nothing I would really tweak out about this at all. Everything we've heard from this project and everything in general from Deadlighters is always fucking sick. So nothing that I would like really tweak out here. Um, Quality was good, levels were good, sound selection was great, patterns were great. Nothing to really tweak out about here. You know what I mean? Um, so Instrumental mix right where it needs to be, 100%. Much like the rest of the tracks that we've reacted to here on this project. Um, Instrumental Shining Star though. Melodies were up there for me at first, but now that we've heard the outro, I think the structure is going to take the cake for me. I think how this instrumental is structured out really tells its own story. And this is why I love producers who put out their own instrumental albums and really kind of like push their sort of sound in this way when they're not working with other artists, right? So, Deadlighters is a really great example of that, but yeah, I think Shining Star is going to have to be the structure for me. Or yeah. Yeah, really. I mean, you know, you could argue the melodies, like I said, but I think the structure for sure. So instrumental solo definitely structure. Let's talk theme, aesthetics. Poetry of the Lesser Gods 2. The art is something that we've reacted to a couple times here on the show, but Michael is just one of these artists, man, that really is beyond fucking talented, right? Like they have a gift, you know. And cooking up covers like this, especially when it comes down to their styles, is it's just always so cool to see. You know what I mean? So cool to see. Um, Again, one of those covers that the more you look at it, the more detail you kind of see. And Michael's really that type of artist where like you really need to enjoy their art, right? And really consume it and really take your time with it because they are fucking insane pieces, right? Like really crazy pieces. So this one definitely hits the nail on the head as far as like an album goes for sure. Definitely has a album worthy sort of aesthetic 100%. And then like one of my favorite parts, even though it is small, right? Poetry of the Lesser Gods 2 text up here, and it's just squished in just in a small little corner. Like I don't know why, like small stuff like that I just really like. But aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme for Monday. It does have a good Monday theme though. I won't lie. Like they weren't really tripping here. Like um, sort of having like a Monday sort of vibe here. Like I would probably call this Monday as well. It does have a good like wake up and go, but it's not like dreading Monday. You know, it's not like dreading the new week or anything like that. It has a very much more like positive feel to it, right? It really does. It definitely has a much more positive feel to it. So, um, I feel like the overall theme was perfect, and with this being the last track on the project's fucking fantastic. You know what I mean? It really does give a good like outro sort of vibe. So well done, my friends. Well done. Everything that we've heard from this project has been fucking mint. So, huge shout out to the homies over at Deadliers. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, and of course, make sure you go follow Jordan on Twitter as well. Jordan's only 5 followers away from 420, so make sure you go show him some love. I'll deep bird at my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good chats over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists in the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Get it, baby. Huge shout out to the homie Jordan, and huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays patrons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful individuals, man. Thank you. Past and present, you guys are awesome, and you guys are what makes Music Mondays keep going around. I appreciate you. So, that does conclude all of our Music Mondays patrons for tonight. So let's just start off at the top and go through the rest of the community submissions. So first, we would be reacting to Candela Brown, but we've already reacted to them earlier in the show, so huge shout out to them, and make sure you go check out the very first reaction on tonight's episode, and go show them some love. But up next we have the homie Jay Fur, and we got Candela Brown giving a little sub to little Teflon, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. You did not have to do that, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Coming through a little gifted, Candela Brown, always showing some love, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Much love. You like all you guys are never obligated to subscribe or go to the Patreon or anything like that. That's there if you always want to give us extra support, right? But all you guys just viewing and reacting and kind of like just being in the channel and watching the YouTube uploads, that's plenty for me. You know what I mean? Like you guys are awesome. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. But like I said, up next we have the homie Jay Fur, a wonderfully talented hip hop artist, came through with a track titled Fiend. It's time. Now, this is one that we've seen Jay Fur tease quite a lot here. Quite a lot. So let's go pop open the Spotify link here and let's see what we got from homie Jay Fur, man. I am down. I am fucking down. It's been a little while since we heard from Jay Fur. I'd say like a month or so, something like that. You know what I mean? But June 3rd. So this is brand spanking new. This is brand spanking new. I'm down. I'm down. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, like I said, Jay Fur has been like really teasing this one for quite some time. So I'm pretty excited to see what Jay Fur has been up to because their recent submissions have been fucking insane. Let's see. Let's get into it, my friends. I am absolutely down. Like I said, I don't know. Probably been like a month since we've heard from Jay Fur, right? I'd say, eh, maybe like a little over a month, right? But let's get into it. Jay Fur, Fiend, let's go.
Y'all ready? Are you not entertained?
Cover's great too.
Turn me up, son.
Are you not entertained?
Give me 2 shots on P5s, I'm plugged in, fucking weed finder. It's so loud like a leaf blower, go 10 toes, no feet finder. My dog with me, he a T-shower, my big homie, he a weed grower. Give me 2 shots on P5s, I'm plugged in, fucking weed finder. It's so
What
loud
the
like a
fuck?
leaf blower, go 10 toes, no feet finder. Dog with me, he a T-shower, big homie, he a weed grower. We too high, no seats low, we way up, watch us look over, I don't look sober. Give a fuck, I'm a pushover. Ride on, no push mower. I'm a big stepper, you a tiptoeer. She all mine, now your bitch know her. Big show, been the bitch over. Wrestling, we in bed again till I hack a lung. I'm a big smoker, y'all know it. I was sitting home wondering a we about to blow. Turn the car to a studio, it's everywhere I go. If I do, I'll bring the dogs, I ain't going up alone. If you never chase a dream, shit, you probably never know. So I need it like a fiend, baby, let me get some more. I don't wanna cause a scene, I just wanna take you home. Take a shot or maybe 2, come on baby, we've been grown. Said I need it like a fiend, baby, let me get some more. She Aquafina when I leave her, tits are firm just like believers. But for fur, they like believers, know it's heaters, fire breather. They're only talking from the bleachers, haters hear me on their speakers. Turn them fans and now they leakers, you ain't running in no sneakers.
Holy shit.
You ain't running shit, you don't even know me like that. They use my government, fuck the cheese. You a rat, you just rummaging. Worry about yourself, you forgot you was fucking with. I was sitting home wondering a we about to blow. Turn the car to a studio, it's everywhere I go. If I do, I'll bring the dogs, I ain't going up alone. If you never chase your dream, shit, you probably never know. So I need it like a fiend, baby, let me get some more. I don't wanna cause a scene, I just wanna take you home. Take a shot or maybe 2, come on baby, we've been grown. Said I need it like a fiend, baby, let me get some more.
Wow.
Get some more, baby. Get some more, baby. Get some more.
Holy
Get some
shit.
more, baby. Get some more, baby. Get some more. That's kinda
Dude.
catchy. You know how we do. What up, Viper?
Wow.
Did that shit again, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'd say so. Holy shit, man. That Star Wars sample is crazy, dude. Well done. Well fucking done. I expected nothing less, but this one is like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, Jay Fur came through and fucking slid on this. Like, absolutely owned every part of the song. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely fucking owned it. There's so much to talk about here, man. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So, we're gonna talk about 3 things, right? We're gonna talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of Fiend. Relatively obvious theme, but we're still gonna break it down, right? So instrumental. Love the choice by Jay Fur, right? They're another artist that really knows how to curate their own instrumentals that they know that they can fucking slide on. And Jay Fur just has like a good ear for instrumentals, you know what I mean? And they really know like what they can demolish and what they can't, you know? So instrumental choice, love it. Instrumental mix, fantastic though. Nothing like super clashy or too overbearing or anything that I would like really tweak out about here either. You know, Jay Fur has a very consistent mix all across the board, including vocals, but the instrumental mix is definitely on point. You know what I mean? Sound selection is great, vocals mixed well with the instrumental. Nothing that I would like ultimately tweak out about, right? So instrumental mix, very important, fantastic. Instrumental Shining Star. Um, as much as I do love the drums, I think the melody is gonna take the cake here. It just gives that good like motivation, like kind of like get up and go. Another like very like hustler, kind of feel to it, right? Definitely, definitely. Um, so I think for that reason, I'm gonna go with melody just because it sets the tone, right? It sets the fucking tone. So, instrumental Shining Star, definitely the melody. Um, let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, fantastic. I mean, Jay Fur is a very like solid style when it comes down to their vocals, so not really a need to go and overcomplicate the mix, right? Crisp, clean, clear, straight to the point. Nothing that you would really like kind of bitch about here, right? You know, there hasn't been a Jay Fur song that we've heard that has had a questionable mix, right? So vocal mix very much on point, very standard. Quality's good, levels are good. Vocal Shining Star. I was gonna say the hook, even though the hook is very catchy. Um, I think writing and lyrics across the whole song though is gonna take the cake for me. You know what I mean? I think writing lyrics across the whole track is up there for sure. So, um, writing and lyrics for me definitely. So instrumental solid, definitely the melody. Vocal solid, definitely the writing and lyrics. Let's talk theme, aesthetics, simple, clean, HD, like solid fucking cover, right? Like you don't want to go too crazy with certain covers, and sometimes when you go like minimalistic, you get some cool shit like this. You know what I mean? I love the canvas almost like background, right? Like it's not like a solid black. And then obviously the devil face there, and then J for top right, Pronto advisory, bottom left. Fantastic, right? Especially for a single. Works really, really well. But overall theme, Fiend, I mean, you know, being a fiend in a relationship or being a fiend, you know, in certain other ways in life, right? I mean, we're all fiends in some sort of aspect, right? And I think Jay Fur kind of makes a really good connection there and kind of like takes it over the top and makes sure that like people understand like where he's coming from with it, but also like it's one of those ones where you just gotta really appreciate Jay Fur as an artist, man. Like they just fucking slid on this. Like it's crazy how they keep topping their last song, you know, and not necessarily like one is better than the other, but like it's just always new and fresh and almost higher quality, you know what I mean? Like J Fur just keeps getting better and better. So, well done, my friend. Well done. Huge, huge shout out to the homie J Fur. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way, and of course, make sure you go follow J Fur on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.2K on the Bird app, my friend. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all of the good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. I appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Yeah, baby. Wow, what a fucking start to the show, my friends. What a start. So we're about halfway through the show. With that said, we're gonna take a quick ad break. I'm gonna need all you guys to get up, go stretch your legs, maybe go for a food break, smoke break, or anything like that. Maybe go walk the dog or something like that. And when we return, we're gonna dive right back into the rest of our community submissions. So don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Music Mondays podcast, episode 281. Hope you had a good break, hope you're chilling, hope you're vibing. But let's dive back into the rest of our community reviews, my friends. So, up next, we have a Music Mondays veteran by the name of No Name Dread. I believe they're going by a different name now. Dread is dead. Dread has been spinning to the Music Mondays podcast since its inception, really. I mean, since like 2022 or 2023. An extremely talented artist and producer came through with a SoundCloud track, so I'm down. I'm down, absolutely. Let's pop it open. Let's see what we got here. Yep, Dread is Dead is their new artist name, for sure. Let's see here. Never Shot Nada. Okay. Joey Badass. Okay, Christ Conscious flip. Alright, so we got a little flip here. I'm down. I'm down. Let's get into it. Oh, shit. My God.
Motherfucking microphone checker. Keep that grip tight like Ross Smith and Wesson. I put the mic with nigga tryna turn ya. Hit you with the earthful fucking Tupac sojourner. Motherfucking microphone eater. Spitting hot shit, hit you don't look to eater. Wouldn't wanna be your bitch, lyrical for eaters. Got dragon balls like my name was Vegeta. Motherfucking super duper swanking. Niggas still hating, bitch wanna put the bacon. Take them to the store, the house.
Oh my God.
To order out. Tell them we the badass motherfuckers that they heard about. Yes, I guess the word is out. We coming for the top dollar. Top rock dollar. Since I pop my
Psych!
niggas say they in this day. Never shot nada. Never shot nada. Niggas say they in this day. Never shot nada. Me, I'd rather not snitch up on my own problems. Never shot nada. Never shot nada.
Oh my God.
Never shot nada. Never shot nada.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it just cuts off too. That's crazy. That is a crazy outro. Dread is back, man. Dread is fucking back. I mean, they never left really, but Jesus. This was fantastic. Oh man. So obviously a Joey Badass flip. We're not gonna talk about the vocals, but we're gonna talk about two things here, right? We're talking about the instrumental. I'm talking about the overall theme of Never Shot Nada. So, instrumental is insane. You know what I mean? Like, this is the definition of a remix and or flip, right? And Dread, this is just one of those ones where it just shows how skilled they are with their production, right? Like, it really, really fucking shows. So instrumental mix, fantastic, especially for a more like EDM sort of kind of vibe here. I feel like the mix is awesome. Dread being another artist that really has a very consistent mix when it comes down to their instrumentals. So yeah, nothing really to tweak out about here or anything that I think is like out of place or anything. Again, especially for its style, I think Dread did a really good job. So instrumental mix solid. Instrumental Shining Star. Truthfully here, I think we gotta go structure. I feel like the way that Dread structured this out is just fucking stellar. You know what I mean? Like absolutely fucking stellar. Yeah, I think structure. Although I do like the drums and the patterns a lot. I think the structure just really tells a story and really like carries this song for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely structure. Let's talk theme. Aesthetics, simple, straight to the point. I love the kind of like analog VHS vibe of this one too. You know what I mean? Like Dread did a really, really good job with this one. Simple but very effective, right? Like very, very fucking effective. So aesthetics definitely on point. Overall theme, Never Shot Nada. I mean, you know, Christ Conscious flip. I mean, not really a theme that you can like dive into super deeply, but one of those ones that definitely shows off Dread's skill as a producer for sure. So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie No Name Dread, aka Dread is Dead. Make sure you go follow them on SoundCloud. This is their new SoundCloud. So make sure you go show them some love. And of course, make sure you go follow Dread's all Twitter over here. They're only 8 followers away from 10. So make sure you go show them some love. All the bird at my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 300 and 50 subscribers. We do upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday, full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a whole lot of good jazz over there on the channel. Make sure you go show these artists on the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. And if you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Get it, baby. So, we left off the homie No Name Dread. Up next is the homie Most Dope Kimon, another artist that has been fucking killing it recently. Again, especially in 2026, when I think about Kimon's year, it's been stellar. You know what I mean? It's been fucking stellar. But recently, we've been reacting to their latest project titled Lovely. Now, I believe we're, 3 tracks in now, because we did track 2. Yeah, okay, so we did track 1, we did track 2. So this week we have track 3. I'm down. And it's titled I Won't Judge You. Absolutely. All right, let's see what we got here from Kimon, man. It's been a pleasure kind of diving into this project, so I'm excited to see what we have next here from the homie Most Dope Kimon. I Won't Judge You. Let's go. Kimon slid on this, dude. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Again, one thing that I've noticed about Lovely, like as a project, is each track just keeps you engaged, right? Like each track just keeps getting better and better, different vibes, and for 3 tracks in, this is definitely a project that I would keep playing. You know what I mean, personally. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're talking about 3 things here. Talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, talk about the overall theme of I Won't Judge You. So instrumental, again, love the choice. Kimon's an artist that really knows their instrumentals, right? And they, like I said last week, kind of work with a lot of the same producers, but also like they just know their flavor and style when it comes down to instrumentals, which I love. You know what I mean? Because Kimon's very confident on their tracks, and the instrumental is somewhat a part of that, right? So instrumental mix solid per usual. Nothing super clashy, too overbearing, especially like how active and how big this instrumental is. Nothing that I would like really switch up here at all. Definitely not. Quality was good, levels are good, everything's super solid when it comes down to the instrumental. Instrumental Shining Star. Although I do love the drums, truthfully, I think the melody is gonna have to take the cake here. The melody gives that good like hustler, badass, sort of like motivation, cool vibe, So I think melody for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely melody. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix, a very standard Kimon vocal mix. Again, nothing that I would really like tweak out about or switch up here. I think Kimon did a really good job per usual. Again, Kimon's an artist that has a very, very consistent mix, especially when it comes down to their vocals. And even with this one being a little bit more melodic, Kimon did a really good job with it. You know what I mean? So nothing I would switch up here. Definitely not. So vocal mix solid, vocal shining star. Um, although I do like the writing and lyrics, I think the flow and cadence and delivery is gonna take the cake here for me. You know what I mean? I think the flow and cadence and delivery is gonna take the fucking cake for sure. It's just an enjoyable flow from Kimon. You know what I mean? It's just enjoyable. So, instrumental solid, definitely melody, vocal solid, definitely the flow and cadence and delivery. Let's talk theme aesthetics. I spoke about the Lovely cover a few times, right? But simple, straight to the point, and I love when Kimon does these edits, right? Because you really don't need to go too crazy sometimes with art. You know, sometimes you just want something simple, and Kimon's really good at doing these like still shot edits. You know, they really really are good with it. So, definitely a full project vibe for me for sure, and big fan of this cover, 100%, 100%. Overall theme, I won't judge you. I mean, a little bit of a hustler song, a little bit of a relationship song, a little bit of everything here, right? This is one of those ones where Kimon like really flexes what they could do as an artist, right? Especially in a melodic sort of vibe. So again, one of those ones where you just gotta embrace Kimon as an artist and really like listen to what they can do. You know what I mean? So well done, my friend. Well done. Track 3 down. Huge shout out to homie Mosto Kimon. Thank you so much for the submission. Much love. Make sure you go follow them on Spotify, by the way. And of course, make sure you go follow Kimon's all Twitter over here. They're only 8 followers away from 40. So make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and all the good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and show some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Let's get it, baby. Another solid fucking submission from Kimon, man. Up next, actually, is the homie Offspring Mysterious, and it's coming through with a photo this time, man. I'm super down. I love these photo posts from Offspring Mysterious, man. Let's flick off the cam here, and let's see what the homie Offspring has been up to. You see me running at you with this giant stick. What are you doing? What are you doing? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what I would do, Offspring. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's a really good question. That's a really, really fucking good question. But I love these kind of like archival shots too, right? Because obviously, back from the winter, so snow on the ground and things like that, right? But this is one of those ones, man, like, I just love Offspring's creativity here, for sure. So, Offspring did a really good job with this one, man. I really like this one a lot. And again, definitely one of the ones from like the archive, right? You know what I mean? Like definitely one of the ones from like the early winter days from Offspring for sure. But it's cool that Offspring kind of switches it up every once in a while and kind of shows us a little bit of like behind the scenes shots here, right? So well done, my friend. Well done. Shining Star here, obviously the concept. You know what I mean? The concept's always great, and we like to check in with Offspring and see what they've been up to. For sure. But another W submission from Offspring, man. Well done. Well done. Huge shout out to homie Offspring Mysterious, per usual. Make sure you go follow them on Twitter, by the way. They're only 7 followers away from 810, so make sure you go show them some love on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 times per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and show some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. Let's get it, baby. So, up next would be the homie TDG, but we've already reacted to TDG earlier in the show because they are a Music Mondays Patreon, so huge shout out to TDG. And if you want to see us react to their recent track with Trap House Charlie, make sure you check out the beginning of episode 281. But, let's see here. So, we would have the homie Ghost and Jordan after as well, but we've already reacted to them earlier in the show as well, so make sure you go check out the beginning of this week's episode, my friends. But last but certainly not least, the homie Sam's Raps, a wonderfully talented hip-hop artist, came through with a track titled Diary Entry Interlude, Prod Blank Thought. Another short one from the upcoming album. Yeah, this rollout from Sam's Raps has been one of my favorites that they've done, for sure. And like I said, Sam's Raps being a wonderfully talented hip-hop artist, man, they've had quite the year, for sure, between collaborations, everything they do with Sauce Gang. Like, Sam's Raps has really shown out this year, but this recent rollout for this project has been so interesting, and I'm so glad that we get to kind of experience it first here on the show. You know what I mean? So obviously unreleased, daily entry, interlude, daily entry. Let's get into it.
My life is spilling over from the brain to the page. It's like it fills up every day and every night. Got a dream, but what can I say? I'm giving the ineffable name. Like there's a word for how you feel it when the sun hits your face. Or the time you saw her eyes over the rim of champagne. Or the time you lost your mind over the simplest thing. And other times your mind is placid like a rippleless lake. But shit gotta change. I'm tired of my Sisyphus ways. I'm rolling up and getting stoned. Another hit from the J. Another day, another dollar till they cripple the banks. Another day, another problem till the universe came.
Wow. Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. This project is turning out to be something fucking special. You know what I mean? Something really, really fucking special. And just all the stuff with like the suit and the costume that Sam's Raps has been working on, man. It's just everything connects so well. You know what I mean? And even this concept here is fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like just kind of like washing your face and kind of like doing the morning routine like that. Like this was genius. You know what I mean? This was genius. And like I keep saying, man, I just love the whole concept of this. And it really makes you take like Sam's Raps project, at least this project, seriously, right? Especially for like a first time listener. Like the effort is just amazing. You know what I mean? Like really, really fucking amazing. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk about three things here. Talk about the instrumental, talk about vocals, and talk about the official video for Daily Entry. Instrumental mix, Broad Blank Thought, fantastic. You know what I mean? Per usual. You know, Blank Thought being a Music Money staff member, writer, producer, and extremely fucking talented. So nothing that I would like really tweak out here. You know what I mean? That's pretty standard for Blank Thought, right? You know, their instrumental mix is always on point, no matter like who they've collaborated with, or if it's a solo instrumental or it's a duo instrumental. You know what I mean? Like their instrumental mix is always fucking on point. So nothing really to gripe about there. Definitely not. So instrumental mix on point. Instrumental Shining Star. I feel like the drums keep up the pace pretty well here, but you could kind of like argue melody. You know what I mean? But I think for me, I think I'm gonna go drums on this one. You know what I mean? I think the drums really like kind of are attractive here. You know what I mean? And really keeps you engaged in the instrumental for sure. So instrumental solid, definitely drums. Let's talk vocals. Vocal mix per usual, fantastic from Sam's Raps. They've had a good lock on their vocal mix for quite some time. You know, so there isn't really much that we've reacted to in the past that kind of like had a questionable mix, right? Like Sam's Raps mix is fantastic all the time. And this one definitely falls in line with that for sure. So vocal mix right where it needs to be, fantastic. Vocal Shining Star. I was gonna say flow and cadence and delivery, but I do like the writing here. A lot of these bars are fucking insane. You know what I mean? I think the writing's gonna take the cake here. Writing lyrics for sure. So, and this whole project has had crazy writing, right? So instrumental solid, definitely the drums. Vocal solid, definitely the writing lyrics. Let's talk about the official video for a Daily Entry. You know, for something called Daily Entry, right? And just like starting the morning routine, but also in this character that Sam's Raps has also created for this project is fantastic, right? You know what I mean? Simple concept, but really solid. And the way that the lyrics are edited are just, you know, I've been a fan of this for quite some time. Like, I just like how Sam's Raps keeps things simple, right? And they really, really do. And this is one of those ones where you don't really have to like go too far to kind of like understand it, or Sam's Raps isn't like overly editing this or anything like that. It really kind of hits the nail on the head, and like keeps the same vibe of the other tracks in the project, right? So well done, my friend. Well done. Huge shout out to the homie Sam's Raps. Make sure you go subscribe to their YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the submission. And they actually hit 100 subs, man. So now they're on the road to 110. So make sure you go show them some love on the tube, man. And of course, make sure you go follow Sam's Raps on Twitter as well. They're approaching 1.2K on the Bird app, my friends. And of course, every artist featured in today's episode and every single episode will be linked in the description of the YouTube re-upload. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the Music Mondays YouTube channel if you haven't already. We're approaching 350 subscribers. We upload 2 channels per week, every Thursday, every Saturday. Full podcast episodes, exclusive segments, and a lot of good jazz over there on the channel. So make sure you go show these artists and the channel some love, baby. Let's get it. If you already have, thank you. We got Sam's Raps in the chat. Welcome on in, my friend. Happy Monday. Insane timing on you. Let's go. Let's go is right. Let's get a kid done, man. All right. Well done, man. What a fucking night of submissions. This was absolutely fantastic. no weak points, and there never really is any weak points, right? But tonight was just like stellar shit from everybody, man. So let's close it out. Let's give some shout outs. Let's show some love. Let's do all that good jazz. You guys know the drilly. Huge shout out to anybody that tuned in and showed love to tonight's Music Mondays podcast episode, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. Even if you just lurked and chilled, man, I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge shout out to Candela Brum. Huge shout out to Ghost, come through the Twitch Prime for 17 months. Thank you so much, King. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huge shout out to Ghost for coming through as well. Huge shout out to TDG. Huge shout out to the homie Harko. That was crazy. Huge shout out to Harko, man, coming through. That was nuts. Huge shout out to homie Sam's Raps and anybody else that lurked and chilled, man. Like I said, I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And huge shout out to all of our Music Mondays patrons, man. You guys are fucking wonderful, past and present. You guys are awesome. This stream is any graphic will be updated for our current patrons, but again, per usual, a huge shout out to everybody over there on the Music Mondays Patreon, man. You guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And huge shout out to anybody that did submit tonight. Huge shout out to all of you wonderful individuals. Huge shout out to Candela Brum, Jay Fur, No Name Dread, Mosto Kimon, Offspring Mysterious, TDG, Sam's Rabs, Ghost, Jordan, and everybody else that does continue to submit to the Music Mondays podcast. Man, you guys are fucking wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you here at Music Mondays. So, per usual, if you'd like to stream the Music Mondays podcast, all episodes are available on anchor.fm/allmusicmondays, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, and all that good jazz, and of course on our YouTube channel as well. Again, make sure you follow Music Mondays at All Music Mondays, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, all that good jazz. We are available wherever you are available on social media, so make sure you go follow us on your preferred platform. And of course, again, if you'd like to submit for next week's episode of the Music Mondays podcast, submissions will be live tomorrow, June 16th, 2026. So if you want to submit for episode 282, make sure you follow us on socials. And of course, per usual, I stream 5-6 days a week, man. We're always doing some speedrunning stuff, reacting to videos, YouTube sub box, all that good jazz. So make sure you come through and kick it with the kid, because like I said, I do stream 5 to 6 days a week. And of course, make sure you follow, subscribe below. Everything linked below. All my socials, all the Music Monday socials, all that good jazz is linked down below. And then of course, we'll be live tomorrow for a regular stream, and we'll be live next week for episode 282 of the Music Mondays podcast. I love you all. Take care. It's your boy Zom Slays, and this is Music fucking Mondays.